The Caneca Infragata Cafe was quiet until a voice sliced through like a crowbar splitting wood. Essa cadeira elétrica é de verdade ou só para fazer pose? Three bikers in worn leather vests lounged near the pie counter, smirking. The tallest, Russo, led the pack, his laugh sharp and mean. Beto and Leo snickered behind him. Taina Costa, 26, didn't look up. Her pale skin and soft features contrasted with the auburn hair tied in a messy bun. Her long, deft fingers moved with a calm precision, honed by years of pain-forged patience. A loose flannel hung over a faded band tee, her lower body still. Not by choice, but because a car accident 7 years ago stole that freedom. Her electric wheelchair hummed softly by the front window, her favorite spot, bathed in morning light. Quiet, warm, usually unnoticed. Not today. Paris Ko Cafe Instaluum Parquametro Movel. Russo jeered, nudging Taina's chair with his boot. She flinched, not from pain, but the jolt. The bowl of soup on her lap trembled, a red drop staining the white napkin tied to her wrist, hand-stitched by her late mother, her only constant keepsake. Opa, Russo said, no hint of remorse as the stain spread at a boy, maybe 10, watched from a nearby table, his eyes locked on Tana's still face. She didn't wipe the spill, didn't speak, just took a slow, heavy breath, carrying years she never asked for. Across the cafe, the staff froze. The waitress rearranged sugar packets already in perfect rows. No one moved. No one spoke. Taina felt the weight of being truly alone. Nemamabrigadinho, husutante loder. Taina turned slightly, her clear green eyes meeting his. She didn't blink, her silence heavier than words. The boy tugged his father's sleeve, a mustached man in a fire department hoodie. He glanced up, then typed urgently on his phone under the table. Taina wheeled toward the kitchen, her chair's soft squeak trailing her. Soup dripped onto the tile, the stained napkin hanging like a half-mast flag. 15 kilometers away, a phone buzzed on a dusty motel nightstand. Amanda Cruz stirred from a nap, boots still on, arms crossed. The message from Nogueira lit up. Ela precisa de você. Russo aprontou de novo. Tafio. Amanda's eyes narrowed. She wasn't planning to return to this town. Not now, not like this. She shut off the phone, lay back, but the image of Taina's napkin, the boy's stare, her stillness, screamed louder than any siren. 5 minutes later, Amanda was speeding down a single-lane highway in her pickup, heater hissing, jaw tight. No radio, no glances at the rear view, just the hum of tires on cracked asphalt. Boa Esperança came into view. Same water tower, same church steeple, same rusted gas station sign. Her phone buzzed again. Nogueira. Russo ainda no café. Taná não foi para casa. Tá lá sentada. Amanda parked behind the cafe, exhaling to steady her nerves. Taina's face flashed. Not crying in the cafe, but years ago on her aunt's porch swing, debating poetry with a sharp, gentle mind. When Amanda returned from her tour, broken and closed off, Taina brought soup and silence, the kind that said, "You owe me nothing, but you're not alone." Amanda zipped her jacket against the biting cold and took the long way around the block, letting the walk cool her anger. She wasn't here to fight. but she'd fight if needed. Inside, the lunch rush had faded to a mid-afternoon lull. Taina sat by her window, eyes unfocused, hands folded, the stained napkin retied neatly. Amanda slipped in, unnoticed except by Taina, whose head lifted slightly. Their eyes met. Amanda gave a small nod. Taina's jaw stayed set, but her eyes softened. Amanda sat across from her. "To Acqui," she said quietly. "I didn't ask." Taina whispered. "I know." A silence of trust, not tension, settled between them. A waitress approached, chewing gum like it owed her money. "Cardapio." "Just a seat," Amanda said. The waitress left. "You shouldn't have come," Taina murmured. Amanda raised an eyebrow. "Shouldn't? Or you didn't expect me?" Taina looked away. Outside, a motorcycle roared past. Not Russo, not yet, but her shoulders tensed. "They pushed me yesterday," she said, voice flat. "I didn't fall, not really, but they made me feel like I did." "You didn't fall," Amanda said. "You let their laughter think it won." Taina blinked. No one stood up. "I know. Why are you here?" Taina asked. A hint of hurt, not accusation. Amanda hesitated. She wanted to say, "Because you were there when I couldn't even say my own name." Instead, "Because if I don't show up now, what's the point of all the strength I've built?" She pulled a clean, white cloth from her pocket, gently swapping it for Taina's stained napkin. "This isn't to replace what you lost. It's to carry something new when we move forward." Taina's fingers trembled, touching the cloth. For the first time in a day, she exhaled with relief. "You gonna fight them?" she asked. "No," Amanda said. "I'm gonna show this town what it looks like when someone stands by you." Outside, the sky turned silver. The boy from yesterday passed the window and waved. Taina waved back, her first move of the day. The next morning, just past 11, the bikers returned. The sun hung low, cold over Boa Esperanza. Taina was at her window, napkin folded, tray steady, chin high. Amanda sat across, nursing iced coffee long cold. She'd insisted on coming, not to guard, but to be present, a witness no one could ignore. Russo strode in, boots thudding like slow thunder. Beto and Leo followed, one chewing gum, the other twirling a keychain that looked too much like brass knuckles. The air shifted. Chairs creaked. A spoon clinked. "Look who got company," Russo said, eyeing Amanda. "Upgraded your accessories, huh?" Amanda met his gaze, unflinching. "Didn't know the cafe offered bully services," Leo sneered. Taina spoke, her voice calm but clear. "You're not funny, not welcome, and not invisible anymore." Her words cut through the room like a blade through frost. Russo's smile faltered. Amanda leaned forward, voice low. "We're not here to argue, but you're done making her feel small." Beto laughed. "You think we're scared?" "No," Amanda said, pulling out her phone. A paused video filled the screen. Russo shoving Taina's chair, their laughter, their taunts. "But this might scare you. 3,000 views overnight. Boa Esperanca's famous bullies." Silence crashed down. Russo's face reddened. "You recorded us without permission? You harassed a disabled woman in public," Amanda said evenly. "You don't get to claim privacy when you've never given her dignity." The waitress, who'd ignored it all yesterday, glanced up, then away. Beto tugged Russo's arm. "Let's go." Russo stayed, glaring at Taina. Gonna cry again, Garatinia? She didn't flinch. I'm not here to watch you finish your tantrum. I'm here to live, eat, work, because this town's mine too. Russo stepped forward. Amanda stood, not raising her voice. You've got 30 minutes. Choose carefully. He hesitated, then left his crew trailing. The door slammed, rattling the salt shakers. Outside, the sidewalk gleamed with frost. Inside, Taina exhaled. I was shaking, she whispered. I know, Amanda said, but they didn't see it. That's power. A man in a canvas jacket nodded silently from a nearby table. A woman typed on her phone. The cafe stirred. Waking up? They'll come back, Taina said. Amanda looked out the window, eyes like steel. So will we. By evening, the video had 15,000 views. Amanda hadn't planned for it to spread, but it caught fire in veteran groups and disability rights forums. Her caption was simple: small town, big silence. When they push you down, rise anyway. Taina Costa, seen, not silenced. The truth of Boa Esperanca. Comments poured in. I served. I see you, Taina. Disgusting. Boa Esperanca should be ashamed. Thank you for not letting them erase her. And the others, edited to look bad. Why make it about race? She should stay home. So fragile. The digital world seeped into Boa Esperanca's quiet streets. Some whispered thanks to Taina as she passed. Others stared harder, as if she'd broken an unspoken rule. That afternoon, she found the cafe's windows smeared with raw egg, a torn note taped to the door. Don't play victim, or you'll get hurt. Inside, the manager, pale and sweating, stammered, I'm sorry. The video went too far. Maybe you two should stay away until things cool off. Taina's mouth opened, closed. She wheeled out, scarf flapping. Outside, she whispered, cowardice or just fear dressed as manners? Amanda crouched to meet her gaze. This town was taught to stay quiet. You untaught it. That makes you dangerous. You scared? Taina asked. Used to be, Amanda said. Now I'm just ready. She pulled out a notebook. Names, contacts, old unit favors, people who believe in justice, not noise. Calling reinforcements? Taina asked. No, Amanda said. Witnesses. That night, Russo posted a grainy video. Taina wheeling away from the cafe, head low, scarf trailing like surrender. His caption, see? Even Big Mouth couldn't keep her safe. No army in Boa Esperanca. The comments jeered, likes piled up. Amanda watched from her pickup, hands cold. She didn't curse, just hit record. You're right, Russo. No army. But Boa Esperanca is about to learn honor. You've got 30 minutes. She posted it. The countdown began at T2:58 p.m. as Russo settled into his usual booth. A matte gray SUV pulled into the lot. Unflashy official. 3 figures entered. A broad-shouldered man, bald, moving with disciplined calm. A lean man in a 3rd Infantry jacket. A woman, posture like steel-wrapped wind. They said nothing, passing tables like ghosts of forgotten promises. They stopped at Taina and Amanda's table. Amanda looked up. You're late. Traffic, the ball man said. Taina, back straight, scarf neat, turned to them. Thank you. The woman veteran touched her shoulder, brief, firm. The bald man faced Russo. We read the comments. Russo leaned back. Gonna teach me a lesson? You already failed, the man said, placing a folded letter on the table. A formal complaint from a regional veterans council, filed and pending. Russo's smile tightened. The woman spoke. You humiliated a disabled civilian, mocked her, threatened her, stalked her. Now you mocked a veteran who served with us. She stepped closer. You think this town will shield you? It won't. Cities remember which side of history they're on, especially when caught on camera. Russo's face burned, not with fear, but exposure. The manager peeked out. Phones were out recording. Amanda stood, placing a hand beside the letter. We warned you. 30 minutes. Taina wheeled forward, meeting Russo's eyes. I'm not here for your apology. I'm here so you never forget I exist, and you didn't break me. Russo opened his mouth, said nothing. The bald man leaned in, voice low. You made noise. One woman moving forward silenced you. They left, 5 of them, into the light. Outside, a clean bench held a folded blanket matching Taina's scarf. They sat, Amanda, Taina, the veterans, in wordless presence. Russo stared at the door like he wished it would close forever. Taina breathed the late afternoon air. It didn't cut. It felt like steel. Boa Esperanza shifted quietly. No peras, no headlines. Russo's bike shop closed for repairs. Beto vanished from his bar stool. Leo left town or just faded. In the supermarket, a teen held the door for Taina. At the post office, a handwritten note. We saw. We're sorry. Thank you. The cafe reopened as Cafe Harmonia, the rusted sign gone. Taina's corner table bore a plaque, reserved for courage. Below, in brass, justice doesn't knock. It shows up. Taina stirred her coffee. No stains, just peace. Amanda tapped a folder. A proposal for Rodas para a Frente, a mentorship program for young disabled women. Sure about this? Amanda asked. No, Taina said, smiling. But that's no reason to stop. A group of high schoolers entered, laughing. One nodded to Taina, quiet, respectful. She nodded back. Outside, the bench bore a new brass plate. To those who move forward, even on cracked roads. Amanda read it, the cold air sharp but not painful. It reminded her she was still here, still standing. Inside, Taina helped a nervous new barista, her gentle presence calming the girl's fumble. That was Taina's gift, not defiance, but being there. The boy from the first day passed with his father. Dona Taina, he called. Are you a hero? No, she said softly. But I showed up. That's what heroes do. He grinned and ran off. Amanda stood by Taina's chair. Ready. Taina nodded. They moved together, wheels rolling, steps steady, through a town that finally saw them.